Thank you, Mr Chair, and I'm grateful to the member for Cheltenham for bringing this debate forward today. And this debate is a reflection of how fundamentally our society has changed and how technology has been a huge part of that, because young people today are growing up in a world that is markedly different from any experience we had of growing up, with the possible exception of the honourable member for West Aberdeenshire and Kincardine. As we know and we've heard today, Mr Chair, social media is indeed a double-edged sword. We know it can be an important social outlet, an extraordinary source of information and education, and gives people the ability to connect with each other over vast distances, and the benefits it can offer to both young and old are plainly quite obvious. But we know, as we've heard today, it can also be a dangerous, insidious tool, a stick with which too many of our young people can be beaten. It can be a yoke of oppression around their necks as they are pressured to conform, to be governed indeed, even to be alienated by the false reality too often projected to and targeted at our young people. And it is indeed alarming, as we've heard today, that research has associated online social networking with severe psychiatric disorders, including depressive symptoms, anxiety and low self-esteem, as well as, we've heard, poor sleeping patterns, so important for physical and mental well-being. And the conclusion has been reached that young people's immersion in social media should be considered a serious public health concern. We all know that people fill their Facebook pages with pictures of their apparently perfect life, which pressures others to portray and edit their lives in the same way for Facebook. And it's thought this is why young women are now 3 times more likely than young men to exhibit common mental health symptoms. And this statistic has risen alongside the growth of social media, so we need to pay attention to that. Barnardo's has carried out some important work around the effects of social media on the mental health and well-being of young people. And it has concluded that access to online pornography and other harmful online content can not only distort young people's body image, but also their view of healthy relationships, and can even lead to harmful sexual behaviour, often due to distorted ideas of consent and what a healthy relationship actually looks like. Of course, social media can be an insidious tool as well for those who use a vehicle for bullying, as we've heard. And it can be extremely intimidating for victims who, as we've also heard today, can find that it's very difficult to escape from it because of the sheer prevalence of social media in the lives of young people. And I'm delighted that the Scottish Government's Respect Me campaign recognises how important this issue is and how it's essential that we tackle it and take it extremely seriously. Young people inhabit a very different world from us as they develop and grow and find themselves, and that makes them vulnerable and poses all sorts of challenges to them. It's our job to do all we can to protect them, and I'm very interested today to hear how the Minister will take this matter forward. Thank you.